How's it going, folks? So, Brainstorm just released another new single here from their upcoming album that's dropping February 28th. But the name of the song is The Shepherd Girl, Gitagovinda. But anywho, I did a chat with Torsten of Brainstorm not too long ago. Check that out. He gave some really cool insight into the band and the new album and whatnot. But he also mentioned at the time that this single, he was excited for this to come out because apparently this song is unanimously in the band, unanimously one of their favorite songs from the album. And they were really, really excited and really proud of the video as well. So I knew I had to do a reaction after Torsten praised it so much and the band was just so excited about this song and video. So I'm looking forward to this. Can't wait to see what they're bringing with this one here. So I've been anxious for this for a couple of weeks now, so I'm happy it's finally here. Rangers, go. Well, I love the rhythm of this song. It has a really, really great rhythm with the guitar riffs and the vocal melodies. It just, and it stays like a consistent like throughout the song. Like it never really loses that rhythm, or throws in some weird shift or anything. It just, and so, once you get on board with the song and you're vibing with it, I mean, you can maintain that throughout the whole song, which I thought was cool. And I can already tell, like, this is one of those songs where the more you hear it, the more it grows on you. I just feel like this is one of those songs that, again, the more that you listen to it, the more it'll stick with you, the more it'll worm its way into your brain and everything. I think it's a combination between just that killer rhythm and the melodies. It has those ingredients that I feel like it'll make it a long lasting song, for listeners and stuff. So perhaps that's why it's one of the band's favorites, because I'm sure they had to hear it a bunch of times, and it just it just stuck with them. So yeah, I can certainly see that being the case. And yeah, I mean, the video was really cool. The scenery and all that stuff, and then being out like in the desert and whatnot was pretty wild. And then that room that the band is in, that they're playing in, it is tight. I love all it looks like some kind of like treasure room or something. All this fancy stuff in there. And if you missed the chat I had with Torsten, he gives some insight into one of the previous videos, where Garuda, I believe, was the one where they're like in this room similar to that, and he talked about like how they found that place and put everything together. And I feel like this is probably in that same building, the same place that they did that one in. But yeah, to get some insight into that, definitely check out the chat. But anywho, yeah, I love the guitar riffs in this song. It has a lot of impact, and again, I keep going back to that rhythm. But I always love when a song has just a really cool rhythm, like it's chugging along, almost like a train, one of those old fashioned trains, like the steam engine trains or whatever, where you see the gears like on the wheels, like chugging, and it kind of has that vibe. Or like a Viking ship or something, like you're rowing. I just love that kind of movement, that momentum, that rhythm in a song. And the guitars really kill it as far as that goes. So yeah, I love those guitar riffs. The melodies, I mean, I think that was like the driving factor for the song, was just those guitars. And the solo was tight. And then I love those like Middle Eastern kind of influences, like how the song starts out, and then you hear it like sprinkled throughout the rest of the song, and it just adds a really cool vibe to the overall sound, to the atmosphere even of the song. And I just love how they weave in those kind of things throughout. So yeah, I thought that element was killer. And the drum work was solid, some really great fills in there, and I just love the sound of the drums. That in combination with the guitars, I just felt like just had a great sound, really great sound. And the vocals, I mean, of course, like I don't have to talk about the quality of his voice. He's got a great voice, and it suits this kind of heavy sort of power metal approach. It's a little bit like kind of on the darker side, because he's just got that power in his voice, and that almost like darker kind of tone to his voice, but like a slight aggression almost. And I thought it worked great in the verses, and again the melody in the verses of the vocals, the lyrical melody, again just went with that rhythmic motion, and that was just hype. I love when things work like that. And then the chorus was cool too, a nice melody, and I feel like the chorus is one of the main aspects that will. I feel like that's the spot that will grow on the listener the most, because the rest is like what kind of pulls the listener in, but with that rhythmic melody and that energy there in the verses and with the guitars and everything, that pulls you in. And so you're already, engaged with the song. And then there's that chorus where on first listen, it's solid. Like, I enjoyed it. But I feel like it will just get even better the more that you hear it. And that will be the element that really works its way into your brain while you're vibing with the rhythm. So I think it's a very well crafted song as far as that goes, because it gives listeners kind of immediate gratification because it's a solid song and it's fun to listen to, but then it also will have that long lasting value for a listener as well. So yeah, I mean, it doesn't mess around. The song doesn't beat around the bush. It's very compact, explosive, rhythmic and melodic, and I think they did a great job with it. This probably, yeah, I mean, it's probably my favorite single so far that they released. Because what was it? Beyond Enemy Lines and Garuda were the other two. But yeah, this one, it's just a very well crafted song. I don't know how else to say it. So I'm looking very forward to the full album to see what else they got, because there's a nice, already in the first three singles, there's a nice array of kind of vibes and styles in there. I would say this one's more like Garuda than Beyond Enemy Lines. But even between those two, it's still, there's definitely some differences there, even though there's some similarities. So yeah, I'm curious to see what they're bringing on the full album. And again, to get more insights into that, check out the chat that I did with Torsten recently. It was a really great chat, really great dude. But yeah, let me know, folks, in the comments down below, what you think of this song here. How excited are you for the new album dropping February 28th? Let's talk about it. I'll catch you next time. Ranger out.